Hello and welcome everybody to a Modern Horizons 3 draft video. That's right, Modern Horizons 3 is now available to draft. Duskmourn is no longer a thing, so let's hop in and see if we can draft some big bad Eldrazi, maybe do some energy things. Lots of cool things to be doing in this format. Very, very important to try to read your seat. I have a sneaking suspicion that Eldrazi will be overdrafted, so we'll draft accordingly and just make sure that we try to draft the open lane, but we'll see what happens. Now, before we hop into this Modern Horizons draft, just wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all your Match the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. If you want to buy some booster boxes of Final Fantasy, Edge of Eternities, or Spider-Man, or you wanted some singles for your standard, modern, or commander decks, check them out. Hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also go to heavyplay.com for premium Match the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and much, much more, go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. They're also at basically every Match the Gathering convention. Swing by their booth, tell them Paul sent you for 10% off in person as well. All right, what do we have? Springheart Nantuko and Glyph Elemental are the cards that stand out to me. At common, the best common here is Eldrazi Repurposer, which is quite strong, although I don't think it's quite on the same level as the other two cards. So the question is, if I think everybody's going to do the Eldrazi thing, do I just take Glyph Elemental and try to beat people down? This card's really, really good. Yeah, let's pass the two green cards. I think the Nantuko is also quite strong, but I do think it's close enough where I just feel like everybody's going to do Eldrazi things. So starting out, showcasing an aggressive deck is good. I like blue, white, and red, white. So let's try that here. Of course, we see a Titan's Vanguard in the pack along with another Eldrazi Repurposer. But you know what? We're just gonna, like I said, I've drafted this format a lot, and in my experience, Eldrazi ends up being massively overvalued. Like, this is not even an indication that Eldrazi is open. Like, had I taken the Repurposer or the Springheart Nantuko here, I would have taken one of these two cards. But pack 2 was probably going to be really rough. And also, rare is missing out of this pack. Here, there is Mindless Conscription and Mandibular Kite. I think it's early enough. I'm going to take the Mindless Conscription here over the Mandibular Kite in case maybe there's something fun we can do with this card. In case, like, the aggro energy deck is not available. The blue-black control deck is also pretty fun. Here, there's Depth Defiler, which is really good. And I think I'm going to take it. Like, this card's just good even when you don't kick it. Obviously, you would like to kick it if possible, but I think I'm going to take that here. Deep Analysis is fine, and Demon Inferior is also okay. But just going to be focusing on taking the best cards that I see and kind of take it from there. Blue-black control, like I said, I don't mind drafting that deck. I haven't drafted it too much, but Mindless Conscription is absolutely the card for that deck. This is the Sneaky Snacker deck, for those of you who remember that deck in the past. Hope Ender Coatl is quite good. 3 mana for a 2/2 Flash Flyer that you can use to force spike your opponents, and especially right now when the format is just out there, people are not going to play around it very well. There's Fanged Flames, which is also a decent removal spell, but let's go ahead and take the Coatl after taking the Depth Defiler and see where this goes. That is another Fanged Flames here. There's also Wayscape Battle Mage, which if I can find colorless mana, can be quite good. There's also a Glyph Elemental here, so that's also something to consider. So really solid pack. Glyph Elemental is better than Fanged Flames. I think I might just take it here, just to kind of stay flexible. Like I said, Depth Defiler is still just a totally fine card to play at 5 mana without any colorless cards. So I think I'll take the Glyph Elemental just because it just has the most upside. Wayscape Battle Mage is also, obviously also a fine card to take there. But trying to read the signals here. Estrid's Invocation. This copies enchantments. That's not good. Creation of Abyssin. I don't remember being good. Yeah, that card's not good. Ghostfire Slice. So we saw a bunch of Fanged Flames and now a Ghostfire Slice. And there's also a Solstice Zealot. I'm going to take the Zealot over the Slice here just to kind of continue taking the white cards, because if I do end up going like a blue-white energy deck, this card's quite good. But noting that seeing the Slice there does make me feel like perhaps red is available, but that is a really late Marionette Apprentice. This card's quite strong. Tempest Harvester is also okay. Couple of Cranial Rams, so nobody in the artifact deck, and then there's also Angel of Ruins. But Marionette Apprentice is a premium card, so I'm just going to take it here. I mean, perhaps we can end up in black-white. If I end up in black-white, the Solstice Zealot is not at its best, but We're going to take this one pick at a time. Another Mindless Conscription. So that makes me more like, I want to draft around this potentially. There's an Obstinate Gargoyle, which is okay. All right, let's take Mindless Conscription here. And yeah, I mean, black feels like it's a little bit open here. 7th pick Marionette Apprentice is certainly something. And we can try to make something work here. The question is, like, is Mindless Conscription good in like a black-white deck? I don't know. Here, there's a Nyxborn Unicorn, but blue certainly kind of drying up after we saw these two cards. All right, we'll just take the Unicorn in case we want to beat down. All right, Obstinate Gargoyle, Gravedig, Ether Spike. Well, do I want to take Gargoyle or Ether Spike? I just don't think the Gargoyle is a very good card. I'm going to just take the Ether Spike and see where this goes. Demon Inferior versus Dream Drinker Vampire. Going to take Demon Inferior. And Jolted Awake versus Shrieking Drake. Guess I'll take Jolted Awake, but I don't really love that. And here we have Waterlogged Teachings, which I actually don't mind. Especially if we do end up in blue-black, but I mean, we're seeing enough white here where maybe that's not where we need to be. But I really want to draft a blue-black deck here. And we have a decent base for like a blue-black control deck. Right, but we also have a bunch of like random white cards. Granted, the only really good white card that we have is the Glyph Elemental. Here, there's a Brain Surge and an Area Auxiliary. So this is a really, really big point in the draft because this is the best common, but this is very good in blue-black. All right, screw it. I just want to draft the deck that I want to with these Mindless Conscriptions. Let's go ahead and take the Brain Surge. All right. Let's go ahead and take the Brain Surge. Wither and Bloom is a really good removal. Oh, wait, Emperor of Bones? I didn't even see that. All right, well, black was certainly open. It's just a matter of whether or not we should have been white or blue. Spawn Gain Commander is also quite good. And Triton Wavebreaker is just okay. But yeah, I wanted to take Wither and Bloom, but Emperor of Bones is just simply too good, I think. Come on, sneaky snackers. Any sneaky snackers. Retrofitted Transmogrant is whatever. But I guess it's the only card here. Scurry of Gremlins. I remember this was just like one of the absolute best cards in the Boros Energy deck, but we're pretty far away from that. So let's just, you know, try to draft a functional blue-black control deck and see where this goes. There's a Reform. What does this do? Next spell you cast has Improvise. Certainly don't want to take energy cards. Signature Slam is quite good, but I think I'll just take the Reform here. Really nice, especially if you can find some way to sacrifice this. Retrofitted Transmogrant is also a nice card to sacrifice as well. But liking this, would like to see if I can find a way to get colorless mana going so I can kick this because that's where this really shines. Here we have Demon Inferior, Tempest Harvester, and a Cursed Marauder. This doesn't really help because you want to draw more than one card a turn. Lethal Throwdown is interesting as a sacrifice outlet. But so is a Cursed Marauder. Yeah, I'm actually just going to take a Cursed Marauder. I think in general, this one's going to be a little bit better. All right, moving on. Ashling is a really cool card, but we're just going to continue taking blue and black cards. So Breathe Your Last is a good removal spell, or Royal Cartographer. I think I'm just going to take the removal spell here. Just draft a nice blue-black control deck. That's a late Riddlegate Gargoyle. Waterlogged Teachings versus Tempest Harvester. I'm going to take Waterlogged Teachings. I'm a sucker for this card. Another Riddlegate Gargoyle. Eviscerator's Insight. I think this card's pretty good in this deck. There's also Arcbound Condor. All right. So we have the Sacrifice Outlet and the Transmogrant and the Reform. Drawing 2 cards, by the way. Also very, very strong with the Mindless Conscriptions. Now I'll take a Tempest Harvester, which is, you know, a fine filler level card. Wither and Bloom table. Nobody's in black. Nobody's in black. That is great. That is absolutely great. All right. So 16 cards here. These are like the 2 maybe cards. I kind of like everything else, including the Transmogrant, to go with my sacrifice stuff, but do like the setup that I have here so far. Pretty happy. I do like Scurrilous Sentry, so let's see if we can play that as well. Devourer of Destiny. That's a really cool one, but of course we are far away from being able to do anything with this card. This pack has literally nothing in blue or black, which is unfortunate. I'm going to just take the Contaminated Landscape. This is a blue-black dual land that also gives me colorless for the Depth Defiler. I think that's better than playing the Rush of Inspiration. Although this is a draw 2 effect. Actually, I'm going to take Rush of Inspiration. I just realized. I mean, it's a catalog, but it's a land that's a catalog, right? And this just works so well with the double mindless conscriptions that I have. So let's lean into that. Here we have Sink into Stupor and Serum Visionary. I really like Serum Visionary, so I think I'm going to take it here. All right, what do we have? I mean, this has got to be good, right? Signpost. Actually, Sneaky Snacker is probably better in this deck. There's also Wormcoil Larva, which is pretty good. So the question here for us is it Horrid Shadow Spinner, which I think might table, Sneaky Snacker, or Wormcoil Lava? I think I'm going to take the Sneaky Snacker. This card's fine, but I think the Snacker is just like a legitimate way to win the game. It's also cheaper and plays really well into the card draw stuff that this deck's trying to do. Probably don't want Ether Spike without energy. All right, there's the Wormcoil Larva. I guess we'll take it here. I don't really love Nadier's Nightblade, and I don't think I want to play Refurbished Familiar without artifacts. Let's go ahead and take the Larva here. All right, this is coming together very, very well. Another Wither and Bloom, another Familiar, but I just need some good, cheap interaction, and I feel like I have enough card draw, so let's take Wither and Bloom here. Kami of Jealous Thirst is actually not terrible here. If this was a blue-black land, I would take it. Let's just take the Kami. All right, Boggart Trawler versus Scurrilous Sentry now. I don't really like Boggart Trawler, and I do like Scurrilous Sentry. Okay, fair enough. Also, I can just play 18 lands in this deck, if that's what it comes down to, given that I have like 3 spell lands. Disruptor Flute. No, I'll take the Scurrilous Sentry. All right, how am I actually going to win with this? I'm not sure, but I think we have enough ways to like dig through our deck. We have a Brain Surge, Depth Defiler, Scurrilous Entry loots. This replaces itself. This also loots. We have the Teachings that we can use to get the Brain Surge if we need. I don't know what this card does. I don't think this card's good, probably. Yeah, very happy that I picked up that Snacker. Hopefully that blue-black uncommon tables. What's it, the Horrid Shadow Spinner? Just because, I mean, if Wither and Bloom tables, like certainly this will. Okay, it tabled. There you go. I kind of thought that it would, and I'm happy that it did. Our creature count's like obscenely high for a blue-black deck, by the way. So here's my question with this deck, right? Here's my question with this deck. Do you play 17 lands with including these, or do you play 18 lands? Like, the thing is, I'm treating Waterlogged Teachings as just a blue-black tap land, for the most part. Rush of Inspiration I'd like to cast. So I think it's kind of close. Oh, and these are creatures too, geez. Yeah, we can certainly cut some creatures from this deck. What's our color situation? More black. So 10 black, 16, 17, 18, 19. So this gives us 10 blue. 7, 8, 9, 10 blue and 10 black. All right, I'm going to take the greedy approach here and see how this goes. Like I said, Waterlogged Teachings for the most part is just a land. This one, it's close. Also, we have lots of ways to cycle, and our curve is actually not that high. But we do need to cut one more card. We have 18 creatures, so certainly it's going to be a creature. I just don't know what it is. I'm looking at Tempest Harvester. I like the Accursed Marauder just because it's another, like, quote-unquote removal effect. It could be one copy of Scurrilous Sentry. Just because there's 3 of them. Yeah, I think probably just one Scurrilous Sentry is fine. I like having one... Like, the nice thing about the Tempest Harvester is, in conjunction with another way to draw a single card, like Serum Visionary, like Scurrilous Sentry, that does allow you to activate the 3... whatever, draw multiple cards in one turn conditions for Mindless Conscription and Sneaky Snacker. So, and this just gives me another 2-mana play. Although this also just triggers things by itself when it attacks, huh? Yeah, I like the mix. I don't think I want 3 of these. All right, let's give this a whirl. Let's give this a whirl. All right. Now, before round one starts, just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, I do have a Patreon. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Special shout out, of course, to all the patrons here. Really do appreciate all your support. Access to the Patreon gives you access to my Discord channel, which I believe is a really great way to join an awesome community of folks looking to up their limited game. We're already having discussions with regards to how to approach Modern Horizons 3 Limited. Of course, there is an Arena Direct this weekend. If you want to win some booster boxes, get ahead of the competition, check out the Patreon. All right, Demeter. This is an archetype that got really popular towards the end of Modern Horizons Limited. Like, people were having a lot of fun drafting a bunch of sneaky snackers and winning that way. Hopefully we can get there here. Opponent on the play, we have double Waterlog Teaching, so our mana is looking really nice. Tempest Harvester, Marionette Apprentice, and the Depth Defiler. Sadly, we didn't actually pick up any of the colorless lands. So we're not going to be able to kick it. And that is a big loss, but a 5-mana 3/5 that draws 2, discards 1 is still good. And of course, the 5-mana 3/5 that bounces a thing is also very good. What do I want to play on turn 2? I guess it depends on what they play. Basking Brood Scale. Okay. Let's play Tempest Harvester. It's possible that I'm going to need to be digging with this hand. Reform should do a good job of holding the fort here. Golgari, huh? That's a good start. I mean, green is extremely deep in this format, I will say. Ooh, that is a Mindless Conscription. That's super interesting. I think I should just play that. It just does a really good job of just blocking what they have. And then if I can find another way to draw cards, obviously that would be quite nice. Of course, if they kill this, then we're in trouble. Okay. Maybe they have like an expensive way to kill my 3/3 and put a lot of pressure on me. Now the issue here, I mean, we'll see what happens. Yeah, I mean, we're just blocking here. Sure. That's very good, obviously. Alright, untapped land would be good. I think I need to loot to try to find an untapped land, to be honest. And the Shadow Spinner looks pretty bad here. I'm just not going to be able to attack, because this isn't an attack trigger, so let's discard that. And, alright, so now we cast the Reform to do the blockings. Next turn we can play the Depth Defiler. Actually kind of interesting what to do with it, because one, I can just bounce the 5/5, which is quite good. Alternatively, I can just like draw 2, discard 1, and make a 3/3, which I think is generally going to be stronger for me. So I think that's the direction that I want to go here. 4 cards in hand for the opponent. We are definitely on the back foot, but Reform hopefully gets us out of this. Okay, well now I guess we have no choice but to loot, because they're just killing it, and I don't have any other energy creators. Yeah, let's just pitch the Teachings here. I just don't think I'm going to have time for Teachings. Yep. Alright, so we get a 3/3 here. I might want to actually hold off on this and just get this going. Yeah. Let's play this and Marionette Apprentice, and then next turn we can play the Defiler and double trigger the Mindless Conscription and make a 6/6. And this still just puts like lots of blockers in play, right? And let's just make a 1/1 to make more chumpers. No attacks. They do have 4 cards. I think they missed on a land drop. Ooh, that's a good one. Colossal Dread Mask. Okay. But instead of bouncing and making a 6... Oh, I get to make a 9/9? Yeah, we can't play with Kicker, so... Card Swamp. play the island. And we'll chill. 3 cards in hand for the opponent. I got a big time blocker here. They could have a removal spell, but that was a really good turn for us. Priest of Titania doesn't do anything, and Retrofitted Transmogrant also doesn't do anything. Okay, and we drew Wither and Bloom, which is certainly also quite interesting. I don't know if I want to play this just yet. I kind of want to play Rush of Inspiration. This thing's going to be so big. Oh, it discards at random. Oh, that's way less good than I thought. I discarded my Breathe Your Last. Oh well. Okay. The issue is I can't really attack. Because they can chump and then hit me back with the 6/6. And this is like the only thing that's holding that back. Maybe next turn I can attack because I have the Scurrilous Sentry. But if they have mana up, I don't want to attack either, right? So... Okay, so they have a removal spell here, probably. Let's just block like this. It feels like they have like a Breathe Your Last or something. If they have the Death Touch card, I guess it's annoying, but I do get to upgrade this into a 6/6. But I do feel like it's probably just a Breathe Your Last or something. Okay. So they made a 10/10 Trampler. Holy cow. Brain Surge? Okay. Yeah, this is rough because I just can't attack. So why do they attack like that? Oh, I guess it's because they were going to move it anyways. So this time they have a removal spell. Yep. Okay. Now what? Okay, so we can go Serum Visionary and then attack with Scurrilous Sentry. A Cursed Marauder does not seem that good. Although, do I have anything I want to sacrifice? Wormcoil Larva, however, seems really nice. Hold on, I gotta think here. I'm at 4. I don't think I'm going to tap out and play the Larva here, so sure, this is fine, I guess. Because I want to trigger this. Quite the double block there. What? They sacked their 10/10? Wow. Okay. Sure. Very close game. I guess if they have a 1-mana way to, like, kill this, if they have, like, the Bone Splinters card, I'm dead. Nope. Okay. So this doesn't trample. which is the downside here, of course. I'm at 4. They're at 9. I mean, I think I'm going to have enough blockers here, right? So, yeah, let's just attack, I guess. I have, like, Wormcoil Larva plus Hope-Ender Coatl. Really good game, though. I mean, this thing giving Trample is just... That's what makes this so strong, right? They're at 9. Yeah, hit for 12. The very nature of Eldrazi is just that it's such that, like... the very nature of Eldrazi just makes the games go longer because they just get infinite chump blockers. Alright. What a game. A lot of back and forth. Like, my opponent didn't do anything too busted there, so they put up a good fight. And, like, I'm able to make these big creatures, but yeah, they just were able to block forever. That Dreadmass did a lot of work, too. Alright, opponent on the play. Hey, we got turn 2 Sneaky... Oh, this hand is great. Sneaky Snacker, Serum Visionary, Insight, Wither and Bloom. Insight plus Sneaky Snacker is the combo. And my opponent, That's a good emote. The blowing a kiss emote is a nice one. I appreciate that one. What does this do? I feel like if you play this in your deck, it's probably good. So let's just kill it. Oh, Emperor of Bones plus a Cursed Marauder is pretty cool. Felt like a good time to use a tap land there. Ooh, Brain Surge? Okay. I don't really want to play out the Emperor of Bones just yet. Seems like a good time to just run out Serum Visionary. They might have Ether Spike, I guess. Aether Spike, Ether Spike? I don't know. Subtlety? Jeez. I mean, I'll still keep it. It's a good card. Wait, they didn't fly. Oh, okay. Sure. Okay, fair enough. Are they gonna pass again? Pure control gamer. Gotta respect it. They're even playing a third color. Deep Analysis. Okay. Oh, Retrofitted Transmogrian. Okay. So that plays around the Emperor of Bones, a Cursed Marauder nonsense. No land? Oh, that's really sad. I guess we'll kill Subtlety. Was hoping for a land there. I mean, we have a lot of action, but so do they. So this is going to be a bit of a slog. They have Deep Analysis, Subtlety, and we also have lots of card draw as well. But hey, we have a flyer in play. 7 cards in hand for the opponent. I don't have a removal spell here. What the hell is this? Okay, sure. Six cards in hand. I really want to cast Brain Surge just to make sure I can go double spell, but I think I'm just going to play the Visionary. I could have also played the Scurrilous Entry. Hopefully I just draw a land here. I feel like we're due, so that's good. And I will continue drawing lands, yes. I am happy with more lands in this matchup. And Waterlogged Teachings can also be a totally fine card to just cast, given the nature of this matchup. But yeah, Sneaky Snacker plus Eviscerator's Insight is the combo. That is absolutely the combo. What the hell? They just used Fell the Profane on my Sneak. They must have a way to exile something out of my graveyard, alright? Because, like, you're playing against a blue-black deck. Like, I'm going to have plenty of ways to get that back. Whoa, okay. They are just firing off removal. Firing off removal. So they get to put this back into play tapped. I have a feeling they have a way to kill my Emperor of Bones. Deem Inferior? I can't cast it. I'll just pitch this land. Flare of Denial? What the hell? Okay. Alright. 4 cards in hand. Still holding out on the Emperor of Bones. This is a cast trigger, so it's not good to reanimate. Serum Vision. What a silly matchup this is. What a silly matchup. It's okay. I'm in for silly matchups. I am comfortable in this type of matchup. 3 cards in hand for the opponent. They're attacking with the Transmogrant. Okay. Get some critters in play with the Marionette Apprentice. They're already at 6 life. I feel like, sure. Actually, that was pretty good. That's a good one to discard. Should I be playing all 3 of these? I don't know. 2 is a good number, I think. Horrid Shadow Spinner, sure. So they have 5 energy. What can they get back? Subtlety, I guess? Or Serum Visionary? Getting back Serum Visionary is pretty cool. I mean, if they're going to play it, they're going to use it, right? So, but Subtlety is a good way to... Subtlety is a good way to keep the Sneaky Snacker in check. Our opponent definitely doing some cooking here. Splashing the Stump Stomp. I guess it's a red source that you can sometimes use as a spell. Yep. The issue here for them is just the fact that they're at 6 life and I have an apprentice in play. Wow, that's really good. You should probably counter this. Nope. Okay. Let's see. Let's go Swamp and Sentry. Oh, hold on. Sentry and Swamp. Oh, hey! Didn't see that one coming. Alright. So this can attack as a 4/5. This has lifelink. So they can like triple block. And then they can kill it. Which isn't ideal. You have 6 cards. I mean, killing these 2 is probably not terrible, right? I guess I should have discarded the Scurrilous Sentry. Oh, alternatively, I can Wither and Bloom the Scurrilous Sentry, right? And that I can turn it into a 5/6. Yeah, let's just do that. Sure. Next turn I can go like Scurrilous Sentry, attack, Kami of Jealous Stir, strain them. This is a very, like, I have so many things I could be doing that it's not clear I did all the right things. I also remember have Emperor of Bones as my trump card, which I can use to, like, you know, get a hasty subtlety going. and just kill them that way. Alright. They have no energy. Chthonian Nightmare. They can rummage twice, or they can loot twice if they attack. But I do have a superior board. Okay, they have more energy now. They've drawn lots of cards. But they only have 2 cards left, so, you know. Like, what can they get back? Serum Visionary, I guess? Galvanic Discharge? Ha! Nice. Fair enough. Alright, they're at 3. But then what? I guess attack with the Shadow Spinner? Connive? To attack me for 3? I guess that's something you could do. Oh, nice. Oh, but they didn't draw a second card. Oh, now they did. But it comes into play tapped, so that's good. Wait, why didn't this trigger? Oh, they already drew their 3rd card that turn. I see. Alright, they're at 6 life. This is a sorcery speed effect. Presumably they're going to get like a 2-drop back, I guess. But again, it comes into play tapped, so it's not even that good. They have 1 card left in hand. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so they have like all spells left. Oh, this comes into play. This never mind. That's untapped. Okay, and they have 2 mana available. So this lets me trigger the Scurrilous Sentry. Alright. Whew. That was a good game. This deck hurts my brain. Okay? It's a lot of thinking. It definitely hurts my brain. Let's keep going. Alright, opponent on the play here. We have 3 Swamps, Sneaky Snacker, Wither and Bloom, Brain Surge, and Scurrilous Sentry. I will keep this hand and hope that I draw an island. The thought process here is on the draw, I still have a turn 2 Wither and Bloom for anything that, you know, for a 2-drop that they can play early. And then, like, I won't have anything to do on 3 unless I draw the island, but hopefully, like, either I draw a cheap black thing to cast on 3, or I just draw an island, and then if I just draw another swamp, I can play Scurrilous Sentry on turn 4. Oh, there we go. Just drew Waterlogged Teachings off the top. I know the value players in all of you are like, man, why did you play the Teachings? We could have been somebody. We could have gotten Breathe Your Last. What does this do? It doesn't ramp you. It makes 0-1s. This card I think is quite bad. Alright, this card's also pretty bad, right? So what do they... Makes 2 insect... Oh, actually this card's fine. 3 insects. Sacrifice any number of creatures. Search your library for a creature card mana value less than or equal to... Okay. But, I mean, it's a 3 mana saga that makes 3 1/1s. Which is not the worst. Now, this format is very strong, so that is not as good as it would be in other formats. But against the deck that has... Like, against my deck specifically, it's not bad. Because my deck just generates a lot of removal. Or it uses a lot of, like, 1-for-1 removal. Yeah, I really should have taken one of those fetch lands. Oh well. It's okay. I mean, this still just... It's like... it's like a fancy divination in my deck. We have double Wither and Bloom. Let's play the Sentry. Certainly not interested in discarding any spells just yet. I'll just pitch one of these lands. I mean, they are going super wide, so if they have a go wide payoff, that can be problematic. 3 cards in hand for the opponent with access to 6 mana. This card always feels underwhelming to me. I don't know. Scurrilous Sentry. I hope they pitch a land. Nope. Oh, Deem Inferior is not bad at all. Ooh. What do I want to do here? I mean, they have 2 colorless mana, so I should be fine here. At least I'm hoping I'm going to be fine here. Alright, and then I don't really want a Deem Inferior I have nothing to use on. I suppose I could have taken the Shadow Spinner. So maybe that was wrong. I'm going to put a counter on Sneaky Snacker. Just gives me a more threatening flyer, you know what I mean? And I have both Wither and Bloom and Deem Inferior in my hand as good interactive effects. So I do like that. And we have 2 like pseudo-evasive 3-power creatures, so I like that as well. Okay, so they're getting a 2-drop? Yeah, they're getting a 2-drop. And it puts it onto the battlefield, too. So what can it be? Emperor of Bones? That would be good. I mean, it's probably a very good 2-drop. Oh, okay. I'll discard the creature that I can sometimes get back from my graveyard. I do need to find another way to draw a card, though. But this is just a really good threat here right now. 3 cards in hand for the opponent. If they kill the sentry, sure, that's fine too. What do you do? Modular 3. Whenever another artifact you control enters, target creature. Okay, so it doesn't do much right now. Ooh, that's a good card too. Reform looks actually not very good here. So let's just pitch that. And drawing another sentry here was fantastic, as that lets me get back the that lets me get back my flyer. My hand is so good right now. Okay, that's perfect to discard. 2 cards. Whatever, let's just kill this thing. I'm gonna do it anyways. My hand is insane, by the way. Deem Inferior, Breathe Your Last, and Wormcoil Larva with 2 Scurrilous Sentries and a Sneaky Snacker. I like this a lot. Let me know what you guys think, by the way, on the decision to not play the 3rd Scurrilous Sentry. Like, should I be playing it? They've been looking pretty impressive, I will say. They have looked pretty impressive, but obviously they get worse in multiples. As much as I like the Serum Visionary here, I just feel like having 3 of these effects is going to make it so difficult for my opponent to win the game. So they're at 5, and we'll just play the Larva. I could get this in play, but this just seems better. Even through like a Wrath, right? I just get 2 more creatures. Wow, they are extremely slowly getting counter. They need to get 8 counters on this thing, by the way, to make it actually do something at all. Expanding Ooze, okay. Yeah, the issue with my opponent's deck is just like it's too middle of the road. I just don't think that's the recipe for success in this format. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, that was bad. Alright. Got our opponent, and we are now 3-0 with Dimir control. 3-0 with Dimir control. Really, really liking how this deck is playing out. I absolutely am. Alright, I actually think this card sucks. I'm going to cut that card, and I'm just going to play the Sentry over it. I like the Tempest Harvester still. But, yeah. I never played with it before. I think the card's okay, but I don't know. There's just too many instances where it just doesn't do enough. And my deck doesn't have enough removal to actually force through damage with that card. Like, if you have a blue-black deck with, like, 9 or 10 interactive spells, then the Horrid Shadow Spinner is better. But my deck has, like, 5. So it's just a 3-mana 2/3. Whereas the Scurrilous Entry can grow, etc., etc. Alright, on the play here, we have 3 lands, absolutely keeping this. We will run out the turn 1 Rush of Inspiration as the mana source, and then just run out the turn 2 Emperor of Bones. Just curve out here if we can. Like, obviously, if I had any other 2-mana play, I would play it, right? But sometimes on the play, you just gotta play out your hand. Opponent on Boros. Fanged Flames, sure. We're gonna get them. I believe. We're gonna get them. Come on, Coatl. Come on, Coatl. Cross your fingers, everybody. Play a 3-drop. Play a 3-drop, yes! Always a good feeling, of course. Oh, we missed the land drop, though. Okay, well, we at least have a play. I want to get Scurrilous Sentry going here. Probably pitch the Worm again, unless... Like, this is... Certain matchups, it's real... I mean, actually, this could still be good. I'm playing against red-white. It's bad specifically against, like, exile-based removal, but, I mean, we'll see. Like, my hand is obviously pretty strong. Unstable Amulet. So they're looking for a land here? Okay, they... Oh, that is a land. Nice hit. That is a very nice hit. Oh, but they want to play a 2-drop here instead. Conduit Goblin, sure. And we have a Wither and Bloom. Gotta think, gotta think, gotta think. No land, but I still have access to the Wither and Bloom. God, I just want a 4th land? Is that too much to ask for? Thriving Skyclaw, that's a good one. Just play your land, yeah. If they're smart, they shouldn't use their energy. But we'll see. Oh, well. Alright, well, we drew a land, but it's not the one that we want. But I do need to make relevant plays here, and they have 3 cards in hand. Alright, let's bounce this. Play this as a land, and attack. 4 cards in hand. I haven't found anything to get me ahead on cards just yet, except for this, I guess. That got me a nice little 2-for-1. Or a 2/2 flyer, and it killed something. Wormcoil Larva is going to be very good. Voltstorm Angel, also very good. Yeah, I mean, their deck looks rock solid. All energy stuff. Not much for me to do here. Let's make something happen. That Amulet's going to draw them so many cards. But I do have some Death Touch creatures to get in the way or start attacking. It's a land. Conduit Goblin, sure. Woo! That's good. That is very good. They can choose to give a lifelink to try to race me. Giving the area auxiliary +1/+1 seems pretty weak. Yeah, that's smart. Hey, but you know what? I don't actually mind that they're using a lot of energy, so this is okay for me as well. All right, we drew a land. So their plan is to get me through the skies. Let's make a large Wurmcoil larva here. Let's play Sentry. Suppose we will discard the land here. My opponent's deck looks really nice. I actually do not feel like we're ahead here. Like, Auxiliary is great, Voltstorm Angel's great. They have a bunch of energy, they can outrace me. It's really like, if they find a way to answer my Wurmcoil Larva, I think we're in a lot of trouble. Okay, this one is just okay. I mean, it's still good for sure. They can make a 3/3 right now if they wanted to. But their game plan is to kill me through the skies, and, you know, of course, I'm also in a position where, I mean, the Angel, that 5-point life swing was huge. But we have our own, you know, Baneslayer Angel variant here in the Wurmcoil Larva, and the sizings of the creatures are kind of awkward for them, where since this is a 4/4, it'll eat 2 things unless it trades 1-for-1 with the Angel. So they're not going to use the Conduit Goblin here. They might use the Voltstorm Angel again. I can't imagine they're going to use the energy here. Oh, and attacking does generate them an energy. What? Wait, they just used all their energy? Okay. Fair enough. Oh, I guess they get 1 energy back. Alright, we can still take this. We're at 6. What's your last card? If it's like Dog Umbra, I mean, okay. You know what, dude? All that work? Man. You're a jerk! Alright, we need to find something here. Breathe Your Last is, constitutes finding a thing. Although it's awkward because now the Sneaky Snacker doesn't actually get turned on here. They're at 16. They can give something haste. Do I want to attack with a Coatl, is my question. I'll kill this. This blocks here. They're not going to double block, so let's just do that. And 3, I will play the land. Alright, super close game here. They might actually be interested in trading Conduit Goblin with Kami of Jealous Thirst. I would not blame them if they chose to do that. We have Serum Visionary that can help us find something, because now we just need to deal with the Area Auxiliary that's in play. Oh my gosh, that's gross. Oh wait, they did that? Okay. Okay. If they give it haste, they don't have energy. Oh, no, I see what they can do. So, they give the Zealot haste, attack with both of the creatures on the left, that generates an energy, and then they can use the Solstice Zealot to tap down my Kami. Or they can attack with everything, and just force me to block. Yep. So I'm at 9 life, so I have to block. They have an energy, so they can either give something haste or tap something down. I think I need to kill the tapper and take my chances. Alright. So let's go Serum Visionary. We drew Depth Defiler, okay. Waterlogged Teachings is probably not bad here. Oh, and I get my flyer back, and it's untapped, right? Ooh, this is a very, very close situation. I'm at 3, they're at 11. I get a 2/1 flyer back as well. Oh, it comes in play tapped, sure. Okay. That's pretty relevant. I'm at 3 life. They can give it haste though, so bouncing it doesn't do that much. So if they find a removal spell, I die. I guess if they find a removal spell or a flyer, I die. Hold on. Should I just bounce the auxiliary? Let me think. Because they can only give one thing haste, right? Yeah, I'm just going to bounce the auxiliary. So we have teachings. That's quite good. What can we get? There's a Breathe Your Last. There's Wither and Bloom. Wither and Bloom would be very good. And we have lots of power and toughness in play, so let's see what they do. What does this do? Okay. If they give that haste, I think they die. Oh, they can draw a card, too, off the Unstable Amulet. Well, I have to block, so... Oh, they only got the 1 energy? Okay, so hold on. Do I have a bounce spell? Oh, I can only get an instant card. So this automatically gets in for damage. I think they're just dead. But let's just cast this just in case. We have Wither and Bloom and Eviscerator's Insight. I can kill the Area Auxiliary. I gotta think here. They're at 7 life. So killing anything here doesn't actually do anything. Because they have to double block this, and this is lethal. Right? Because this has Menace. Woo! That was a good game, folks. Oh my gosh. I am so happy that we won that one. That was like... so many decisions. I mean, that's the thing with this deck. Like, the blue-black deck is a very complicated deck to play. But when you pull it off, it's very satisfying. Alright. Opponent on the play here. We have 2 swamps and all black cards, other than the Depth Defiler. I will keep this hand. We have like 3 2-mana black cards to play, right? And a Kami of Jealous Thirst. So if we draw a 3rd swamp, we can literally play almost every card in our hand. We drew a blue card here in Tempest Harvester. Oh, there is the island right away. I want to just get the Harvester going. Like, I might be interested in looting, right? Could certainly be interested in drawing more lands from this point on. We'll see. What are they playing? Oh, they're playing red-green. Okay. I mean, that was good. 3 mana, make 3, you know, little Eldrazi things. It's not bad. Like, I figure I have the 2 energy and I have exactly 2 loots, but this is the only turn I can get damage in with the Tempest Harvester. So I'd rather do it this way. And I think it's unlikely that they're going to kill the Tempest Harvester. I think more likely if they want to kill something, it's going to be the Kami of Jealous Thirst. Alright, well, this is obviously very, very strong. Let us loot. Actually, a super interesting spot here. I think I'm going to pitch Wither and Bloom. I think their plan is to just go, like, way over the top here. And I'm going to use a Curse Marauder. It's non-token, at least, which makes this really nice. And we'll just sack the Marauder. Trade the Marauder for the Chrysalis. Although the damage has been done, right? They still got the two tokens. But it is what it is, right? Not too much I can do here. Their deck looks really solid. And, like, I dealt with the Chrysalis, but, I mean, now they have 4 cards, right? So, any ginormous Eldrazi probably gets it done. We'll see. Okay, hey, you know what? That's a good sign that they're leading things off with the Nightshade Dryad. That's less of a good sign, because they played Warped Tusker. Okay, this is not ever going to counter anything. I'm just going to throw that out there. I wonder if I should put this on top. Probably, right? Well, let's drain them. I mean, I imagine you want a 6/8 on top of your library, right? I don't know. Call me crazy. Boom, get them down to 12. Look at this, offense and defense. We're juggling. We're also moving very awkwardly. Malevolent Rumble, okay. Alright, alright, alright. What are they taking here? They have access to 7 mana, so I suppose they can just play the 6/8. Oh, the Hydra. What are they going to do with the Hydra? Bestow? Wait, they don't even have double green. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay, okay. This is not Flash, right? Okay. Does this have reach? Why does everything have reach? Not cool. I should probably save this in case I want to bounce like a giant Bestow. Alright. Here comes a ginormous Nyxborn Hydra. I'm not even really sure what to do about that. So if they bestow onto one of these spawn, like, it's still gonna just be enormous, right? I don't know. Definitely a tough spot. What? They just cast it instead of bestowing? Why would you do that? Well, we're gonna certainly bounce it here. What is happening? Am I getting like Craterhoof Behemoth or something? Is there a Craterhoof Behemoth in this format? They just went down to 2 life. And I have a Marionette Apprentice. I have a million creatures. I could have looted and drained them for 2, but I feel like, again, getting in attacks here while I can is really good. Next turn, like, so Kami of Jealous Thirst is lethal. The Apprentice is also lethal in a lot of instances. We'll see what happens. I've died in a lot of ridiculous ways. I mean, you saw me lost to a Curse Recording deck. At that point, I can lose to anything. Yep. How? Okay. Even if you give it double strike, it's not enough. Yeah. I thought that gave double strike and doubled its power. I almost had a heart attack. I was like, wait a second. Did I just die? I'm at 22 life. How is this possible? I did not just die. All right, 5-0 with this scrappy little Dimir control deck. All right, opponent on the play. We have Swamp Island, Wither and Bloom, Emperor of Bones. Yeah, absolutely keeping this. Need to find good fodder for the Eviscerator's Insight. We have the Snacker, but of course the 1-drop is also good. The Transmogrifier or whatever. Tempest Harvester, sure. All right, well, we kept a 2-lander on the draw with one of each of our colors. I hope I draw a land here, is all I'm going to say. I need to draw 2 lands here. Or I hope they, like, wait. I think they... Oh, nope, they don't. Okay, okay, okay. God, this sucks. Is our first loss going to come from the fact that we can't find a removal spell here? Or, sorry, draw lands? It's a really, really rough spot to be in. Especially if they have a counterspell here to prevent me from drawing cards. Oh, okay, at least we drew this. But honestly, I think this is enough to just, like, make it super unlikely for us to win. We'll see. 3 cards. Cyclops Superconductor. They have the counterspell. Yup. It's a good hand. Just commons, too. But, like I said, it's mostly just because we fell behind here. I'm all in on Reef Worm. Oh my gosh. This is just too much. Like, what do I do? I mean, maybe I play the Sentry. I'm really hoping this Worm Coil Larva gets us out of this. I mean, but it's really important turn here where I basically just need to make sure my opponent doesn't have something. But, you know, Cyclops Superconductor, like all energy cards with like 3 or 4 interactive spells with me missing a land drop. It's going to be an easy way for me to lose the game here. And they can tap down my creature with the Bespoke Battle Wagon. And yeah, that's probably going to do it. Because this can go to the face too, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's a good game. No, good beats. Our opponent had, like, all the good energy cards, and we stumbled. That's it. I really think this would have been a very competitive game if I was able to rattle off a land or 2 earlier. Still could have lost. We've been getting a lot of, like, super black mana heavy openers. Do what you gotta do, I guess. You know what? I'm gonna try something different because they have 2 mana up. I'm gonna just, like, not run out the Emperor Bones if I can help it. But we drew 3 swamps in a row, which is wonderful. And then a blue card. Alright, I'll just play it out now, I guess. I don't have anything else to do. Oh, I should have... Oops. I should have played this Sentry first. Oh, well. Let's discard this. Alright. At some point, they're going to start playing, like, Giant Eldrazi, and we're going to be in trouble. What is this? 2 damage to everything? That's good. What does it do next? Discard a card, exile the top 2 cards, create a... Okay, sure. They hit 2 lands. They have 4 cards in hand. There's the island. Temur Eldrazi. Classic, classic. Spawn Gain Commander. Also classic, classic. Okay, fair enough. You better believe I'm attacking. Let's get aggro. Now, this turn I can play Serum Visionary. Wow, they just took it all. That's just crazy. Okay, and this will mean we've activated the draw 2 cards clause. Wow, this is both very, very good. I'll keep both, I guess. All right, now we're like trying to chip away, right? So we do this, drain them for 2, and then we have more ways to draw cards, trigger the, you know, conscription into Marionette Apprentice, and try to win that game. Wow, that's actually a really cool combo. Skittering Precursor. Whenever you use... Wait, how did they make... Oh, they... Wow. They have so many tokens. Holy cow. So they can just, like, blow up the world? 1, 2, 3... Yeah, I mean... We'll see what they kill. But, yes, the Spawn Game Commander can kill a lot of things. Oh my gosh, these land... They're comboing so well. Now, can you imagine if they have, like, an overrun? It's just game, right? They've made 6 tokens. Kozilek? What the hell? Wait, whenever you cast a spell, up to 2 target players each manifest 2 cards from their hand. For each card manifested this way, you draw a card. What is manifest? I can flip them over, right? Yeah. So they drew 4 cards. Oh, this is so close. Oh, this is so ridiculously close. But they just, I mean, this is obviously just an absolutely incredible start here with Kozilek at the top end of the curve. Not too much that can be done about that. I needed to draw the Marionette Apprentice. That was actually really, really bad. I guess they could have killed it instead of the Mindless Conscription. I mean, I didn't foresee this turn from happening. Yep. That was, yeah, that was brutal. Yeah, I mean, look, they have a really, really great Eldrazi deck here, so no shame in losing to this as well. It's really unfortunate, but, you know, it is what it is. What do these sacrifice? Sure. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Unless I can find a way to kill the Kozilek. But I mean, I guess I have reasonable blocks. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, you know what? Alright, alright. That's fine. The issue, the thing with the Eldrazi decks, number one, it's very contested, so you're not always going to have the best versions of the decks, but when they have their best possible hands, I mean, almost no deck can beat them. But it doesn't happen as often as you think. So we're still okay. We're 5-2. We started out 4-0. So this is obviously... Were we 5-0? Have we lost the last 2? It's not ideal, but, you know, we've gotten some awkward hands. Hopefully this game goes a little bit better for us. Playing against rank 44. Give me that precious, precious elo. It looks like we're going up against a potential Boros energy gamer. Maybe it's Jeskai energy. I don't know. We'll kill the Hexgold Slith. Oh, Jeskai, huh? Okay. Fair enough. Serum Visionary was a fantastic draw here. As we... Drawing that land kind of sucked, but... Alright, which one of these do I actually want? Let's take the larva. I think it's kind of close. I think there's a good chance we just play like a Curse Marauder plus Breathe Your Last, or use Wither and Bloom. Like, alright. They're keeping up the counterspell, but like, are they really splashing for the counterspell here? I don't know. Wow, they went deep. What the hell is this? Grixis 4-color energy? You gotta be kidding me. This is just your run-of-the-mill, extremely disrespectful deck. That's all it is. I guess you can go Plains, Unicorn, and make a 1-1. It's not bad. Oh, they played Mountain and played Pyro Surf. And then they attacked me? Fair enough. Well, Wormcoil Larva, like, barring a bounce or exile effect, should do... I mean... they already used the Fanged... No, they didn't use the Fanged Flames. Never mind. I bet they have like a landscape in their hand, given that that's what they kept. No, they don't. Never mind. 3 cards left in hand. I have 2 removal spells and a big flyer. What do you do? Okay. Okay. Sure. They're at 8 life, huh? Two lands? Ooh, that's rough. Okay, that's a Plains. They have 1 card left. 1 card left. They're at 5 life. This deck is wild. 1 card left. It was off of a random draw. Just more outrageous attacks. I am... What is happening here? What are these attacks? Like, first of all, I don't even know what's happening. Yeah, good game. Their deck was a little bit too much, I think. Going a little too deep. You know, the mono landscape mid-rangey aggro deck. I can't say that I've seen that too often. All right, 6-2 playing for a trophy. Let's go. I'm just gonna say I like my opponent's name. Real Slamuel Dunkington. I approve. I approve of that name. All right, we actually have blue sources and black sources. I will keep 3 lands: Wither and Bloom, Demon Inferior, and Scurrilous Sentry. All right, red. What you got? Smelt Bug. Ooh, Unstable Amulet. I would rather have seen the bug, I will say. All right. Ooh, we drew the Coatl. Oh, they could. Oh, I guess they can. That's better. I hope they don't have a Plains. They don't. I hope they have a 3-drop. They do. This Coatl has been so good. We've gotten so many people with it. Alright, find me a land here. Come on. Be nice. Not nice. Not nice. I'll keep Wither and Bloom. I mean, against Boros Energy, it's still going to be really strong, so... Oof. Kind of an awkward hand here for the opponent, it seems, if that's what they're doing main phase. Okay, we got the land here. We'll go Scurrilous Sentry. Discard the Insight. Our hand is... we have a good board with 3 interactive spells in hand with a Larva and 2 big Death Touch creatures. This is a really good spot. Like, they're playing from behind here, and this format can be very punishing if that's the case. It's very, very powerful. All right, we take 2 damage. We're gonna find a Plains, maybe? Nope. Oh, okay. You know what? I feel less bad now that I see a Royal Cartographer. All right, so they're at 6, I'm at 19. Unless there is an energy-based sweeper. Wrath of the Skies, but they have no energy right now. They needed a second white source for Wrath of the Skies, and even so, it would only be for 3. So if they kill the Sentry, they still take 5. That's good. I mean, that is just, yeah. But it's still not enough. Yeah. Just gonna let them concede there, and there you have it! Nice little trophy. Certainly needed that. We're still need to do a lot more winning to climb back to where we were before. We were ranked 7 earlier, but we've definitely hit the dumps a little bit. But what better way to make a comeback than a nice little trophy with a very, very fun Dimir control deck. Highly interactive, right? This deck really just, like, everything worked super well together. Highly synergistic. We had some amount of removal, not that much, like 5 or 6. The Hopeender Quaddle was an MVP. We had some good cards. Emperor of Bones never really got to go off, but the Scurrilous Entries were very impressive. I am a believer in this card. And yeah, even the Depth Defiler, even without colorless mana, this card's excellent. And I really wanted to go off with the Mindless Conscriptions, but we weren't able to. But all in all, just a rock-solid Dimir control deck. We lost to some really powerful decks, but really, really like the way that this deck plays out. And I think this is a deck that's a little bit under the radar, okay? Everybody knows about Boros Energy or Azorius Energy or, you know, some variation of Temur Eldrazi. And those are all good archetypes. And those are archetypes everybody remembers fondly and will try to move into. But this is a legitimately very, very strong archetype that I think is going to be underdrafted relative to the other things. It's harder to play, but I think it's very rewarding and it's very good. So, you know, certainly keep an eye out. You know, one way to look out for it is like cards like late Mindless Conscriptions and late Sneaky Snackers. You see those? Move in and profit. All right, trophy number 1. Let's make this number 1 of many to go in the nice format that we call Modern Horizons 3. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Shout out to all the patrons. Also, go to heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. They are your one-stop shop for deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and more. Go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. I got this mix, but anyways, last but not least, check out TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. Whether you need booster boxes of Modern Horizons 3, Final Fantasy, Spider-Man, check them out. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.